Well, GB News understands the first group of migrants are en route to the Bibby Stockholm barge now, despite opposition from local groups.
The barge is set to accommodate 500 male asylum seekers. It's arrived at Portland Harbour last month after being tugged, if you remember, from Falmouth.
And it's being widely reported this morning that the government are drawing up a plan B if the Rwanda policy falls through, and that illegal migrants will be sent to Ascension Island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Let's find out more from our Southwest reporter, Jeff Moody. Good morning, Jeff. It looked from our earlier pictures as though protesters on both sides were amassing down there at the harbour. What's the very latest?
Well, the atmosphere here is starting to get really tense. We're expecting the first busload to arrive any second now. We've had a few false starts. There are people watching from on the top of the cliff. There are people watching from all around, and there's lots of news swirling around of, oh, is this the one? Is this the one? There's a news helicopter overhead, which is giving us regular updates. We're not sure when it's going to arrive, but it is due to arrive immediately. There aren't any protests here. What there is a group of people over here who are mainly from the Stand Up to Racism group. They've got big welcome banners. They're not pointing our way because they want to show the welcome banners to the bus as it comes past. On the other side, you can see, if Sat, our camera woman, turns round, you can see the police there at the entrance to the port, waiting for the bus to arrive. And then on the top of the cliff, that's where the protesters from the other group, the No to the Barge group, is based. They felt that it wasn't appropriate for them to be here right now because this isn't really a message about not welcoming these individual people. Their message is much more about the suitability of the location, whether it should be here in the first place, and they're very conscious that it isn't these people's fault. So they say that they're happy to step back this morning and to allow the welcome party to take prominence, if you like, and they'll keep their fight going, they'll keep their battle going with Dorset Council. We're hearing now that it is arriving. We're not sure whether this is the one, but I'm going to step out of the shot quickly and try not to get run over, so you can see this as it happens. It's a blacked out bus. The welcome banner there, stepping onto the road. Again, we're not sure if these are the refugees, but we think they are. It's certainly looking that way. Couldn't actually see anybody on the bus there. It looks to me as though it's an empty bus. On the right-hand side that went past me just now, I couldn't see a single person. But we're not sure whether that is the bus or not, but certainly everyone's taking photos and
I mean, no doubt there'll be all sorts of vehicles. There'll be all sorts of vehicles, won't there, this morning, Jeff, having to go to the barge? Because, as you said, the people who arrive there, they're going to need food, of course. They're going to need resources. They're going to need, we're being told that they're being given bags of toiletries, a map to the local area.
Mobile phones.
It's going to be a huge logistical undertaking, which has been many months in the build-up to this. And then at some point, as we say, the migrants themselves will arrive. So just to clarify, because I think I understood your point, but so those people who are protesting against the arrival of the migrants have chosen to stand somewhere else this morning because they don't want the migrants to see their objections. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, you did, yes. I mean, their view is that their beef is not with the people themselves, they're not with the migrants themselves. Their beef is with Dorset Council, their beef is with the Home Office, and particularly with Portland Port, that owns the port and allowed this situation to arise without any form of consultation whatsoever with the local residents. That's who they're cross with, that's who they're angry with. And they didn't feel it was appropriate to stage a massive protest down here at the port as the very first thing that these migrants see when they arrive. But that doesn't mean that they're not protesting, and they will continue their campaign. They just felt that it was best to stand aside slightly this morning.
OK, Jeff Moody live from Portland, expecting the arrival of those first asylum seekers later on today. Throughout the morning, you'll be across that story. Thank you, Jeff.